gentlemen, a very warm welcome to Mazda MX-5. It's one of those cars whose owners greet each other on the road. They are a very integrated society. They've got chats over different discussion boards, get-togethers. Why some sort of a cult? What's the fuss? Well, let's hop in and drive this pretty little thing. And what's new in Mazda MX-5 2019? Well, we've got a new, more powerful engine, a 2-liter Skyactiv G, which pumps 184 horsepower versus 160 horsepower as previously. You can now adjust the steering wheel up and down, back and forth. Speaking of steering and handling, superb, as you would expect from a roadster, sharp and precise. You also have the advanced safety systems to help you if you're using this car as a daily driver. Well, so what's the fuss? First of all, simple yet very unique and very pretty design. Second is the relatively low price for a sporty car. The 1.5 litre starts from 25,000 Swiss francs, which is equivalent to the US dollar. The 2 litre I've got with me today is only 32,500. Not bad if you're looking for a sporty car. The visibility in this car is very good, including the rear window, but in 2019 we also have the reverse camera, which alerts us of any incoming cars when reversing. We also have blind spot assist, the lane assist. What's important to mention is that these systems in MX-5, they actually assist, they don't take over. Unlike, for example, in Mercedes-Benz, where the systems are really aggressive and they want to take control. Here, you need a bit of a brain. You can't be a complete and utter bimbo when driving this car. So they're very classic and light construction, which gives you an immediate joy of driving. You feel as if you're part of this car, you feel as if you're a piece of this car, which today, let's be honest, it's a deficit, because the trend is to build cars that are completely numb, that are separating us from the outside world. Sometimes it's a good thing, sometimes it's not such a good thing, especially if you're looking for that sporty feel in a car. Let's take a look at you. Overall, the quality is nice, very nice. We've got soft materials under your hands and under your elbows, but that is not to say there are no hard materials. But nothing squeaks, nothing wobbles, everything is well put together. So I've got a bit of a classic, naturally aspirated engine, rear-wheel drive, manual gearbox. You don't have to look far to find a sporty soul of this car. So the modified engine pumps 184 horsepower, 205 Newton meters of torque, and this cookie revs up to, oh yeah, like a nutter, to 7,500 RPMs, and it feels so good. Plus it's such a huge smile on your face. Well, that was a little bit dangerous, wasn't it? But it feels good. So relatively a low amount of horses. However, the advantages of being slim today, 1,015 kilograms, is that we can achieve 0 to 100 in only 6.5 seconds. The maximum speed is 219 kilometers an hour. Not bad if you ask me for a small car like this. Now, I must really praise the gearbox. The gear change is short, it is very precise, and it just feels so good. Even for a person like myself, being blunt, such a master of disaster when it comes to changing gears. It just feels good. The same goes for brakes. They're quick, they're very effective, but they're not too grabby and greedy like a lot of cars tend to be. Also fairly easy to slip. For down, fast and precise turn, and boom, we are there. But the important thing to mention is that you really feel this car, you feel what's happening even during the slip. Is it an acceptable daily driver? Sure, as acceptable as a 2-seater with a small butt can be. The stiffness is tolerable, you know, the suspension is firm, it is sporty. You do feel the bumps and imperfections on the road, sometimes a little bit too much that you want to, but that's just inevitable with roadsters. Now, when you have your roof up, The car is not too noisy, but when you're cruising calmly, as soon as you hit that mark, 120, 130 kilometers an hour, it becomes really rattly. It just becomes a bit too noisy for my liking. Sure, you can get used to it and you can use it as a daily driver because you have all the gimmicks, all the systems to help you in your daily life. But to be honest, this car gets wasted on the motorway. This car gets wasted in the city. This car begs to be driven hard. It begs to be driven fast on roads like this, along the lake, along the sea, in the mountains. You give it a bit of a tinkle, you rev it a little bit too hard. That's what it's loving. But having said that, it is fairly economical. All I'm using is 7 liters, and that is during my driving, which tends to be, well, sometimes a little bit too aggressive, but not a bad result at all. Mazda MX-5 has got a true character, a certain sense of belonging. You get this beautiful experience behind the wheel, and Mazda proves that you don't need to spend a fortune to have a little bit of fun. In a way, this car is a bit of an icon that walks its own path, and it's either you're in or you're out, meaning you either hate it or you love it. And as for myself, nothing better than a bit of a Japanese cookie in my life. I absolutely love this car. You can have fun, you can have just so much joy. So yes, I love it. And this brings me to the end of this video. I'd like to thank you very much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed it. A big thank you to my lovely Gabby, Catherine and Giuseppe from Mazda Switzerland for lending me this beautiful car. As always, I look forward to your comments and your questions, only the nice ones, don't be nasty. I wish you a wonderful day, whatever that you're doing, and I shall see you all very, very soon. Bye!